CEO, co-creator of Extraordinary Outcomes. I'm an ordinary person with extraordinary aspirations who believes in living life fully alive. Welcome to Monday Morning Magic. Hi, my name is Coach B, the CEO, co-creator of Extraordinary Outcomes. I'm an ordinary person with extraordinary aspirations who believes in living life fully alive. Welcome to Monday Morning Magic. Good morning, good morning, good morning, CEOs, co-creators of Extraordinary Outcomes. My name is Coach B. I am the CEO. Welcome to Monday Morning Magic, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for your personal and professional development. Today's topic, Power Hour. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and leave a comment. And if you're watching this on the replay, please subscribe, like, leave a comment. I want to thank my new subscribers, G.I. Jane and Coach Brand, I think it is, or Brand 2126. I think I got it right. Thank you for being my new subscribers. I want to acknowledge you. Thank you for the support. I see I have a viewer on the outside. So, two things I want to say to you. If you want to leave a comment on Facebook, there is a link to StreamYard. Hit the link that gives Facebook the permission to access your account, and you can leave a comment. Your comment will come up something like this. If you're looking for me on YouTube, my channel is Coach B Dash the CEO. And again, if you want to leave a comment, leave a comment. We'll bring the comment up. And lastly, if you want to join us on video, be a part of the conversation in real time, hit the link here at StreamYard.com for support. And what it'll do is bring you up as well, and we can sit and have a conversation in real time. Again, thank you everyone for your support. Again, my name is Coach B, the CEO. Today's topic, Power Hour. Before I get into the topic, how was your weekend? How was your week? Let me tell you a little bit about mine. It was extremely busy. I had some medical appointments to take care of, had a MRI, had a shoulder injury since the ending of February, mid-February towards the end. Don't know how I got the shoulder injury. However, I have it. Finally was able to have an appointment with a doctor. If you know anything about scheduling appointments, it might be months before you actually see someone. So I actually saw a doctor last week, and they said, oh, you have a shoulder impingement and a torn rotator cuff. I need to tell you that sometimes my shoulder is in a lot of pain, excruciating pain, depending on how I move the shoulder. I had an MIR this week, so we'll be able to see what the actual damage is in regards to the shoulder. I see G.I. Jane is out saying good morning. Good morning, G.I. Jane. Thank you again for your support and your subscription. So I had a MRI, so we'll be able to see the nature or the extent of the damage for the torn rotator cuff. But I should be starting physical therapy soon, so whew, hang in there with me. But I will still continue to do Monday Morning Magic as I'm committed to doing Monday Morning Magic. G.I. Jane has a G.I. Jane, rather, not Jane, but Jane has another comment. She says, I'm up just for this. I'm up just for this early. I love that, G.I. Jane, because guess what? That is going to be exactly what I'm talking about today inside of the Power Hour. What do you do when you first get up in the morning, or if you get up in the afternoon or at night? And the reason why I'm saying morning, noon, or night is because I realize and I understand that people have different work hours. So how they start their day or end their day. I got one like, one love. Thank you so much. How they start or end their day is really, really imperative for the Power Hour. So that is the topic. It is the Power Hour. What do you do when you first get up to start your day? Again, that could be in the afternoon, that could be at night, or it could be in the morning. What do you do when you first start your day? And I'll tell you why this topic came up. So, if you know me, you will know that I have two new kittens. I've had them since March, and they're coming up on 6 months. But one of the things that I've been able to do is what? Watch their routine in the morning. When they wake up, what do they normally do? And I want to tell you, one of the first things that they do is yawn and stretch. They yawn and they stretch. They yawn and they stretch. That's the first two things when they get up. They yawn and they stretch. And it had me thinking, well, what do I do when I get up in the morning? Affirmations, thank you. One of the first things that G.I. Jane does in the morning is affirmation. So one of the things it had me thinking is, well, that in that first maybe 15 seconds, what do I do when I get up in the morning? The first 15 seconds, what do I do? Normally, what I do is say, I open my eyes and I thank my higher power for another day. Then I get up and I start moving around. But I don't yawn and I don't stretch. So I started doing some research on it, and they say that when we yawn, when we first get up in the morning and we yawn, we're giving oxygen to our brain. When we stretch, we're increasing the blood flow to our body. So the cats have something on us. The cats, the kittens, the dogs, they have something on us. They automatically know to yawn and to stretch. And then guess what else they do? They get up and they start moving around and they start their day. More than likely, they're going to go to the litter box, they're going to get something to eat, and they're going to look around and they're going to observe their day. They're going to, just look around for their environment. But this is within the first minute or two when they first wake up. So my topic is the Power Hour. What is your waking routine? How does it impact your thoughts, emotions, and or behavior for the day? How does it affect that? G.I. Jane has another comment. Let me see, what does she say? I start with morning affirmations, right? Again, she starts with morning affirmations. So again, what is your waking routine? How does that impact your thoughts, emotions, and or behavior? So I did a video a long time ago called Snooze or Lose. You can look it up on my YouTube channel. But one of the things that I talked about then and we'll talk about now is that we have a choice in how we spend our first hour when we wake up. Now, some of us have been conditioned to grab our phones, check our email, check Facebook, check social media, check something. Check something to see whatever it is that we're looking for. I want to ask you whether or not that time can be exchanged for something more meaningful and more powerful towards your day. So, for instance, my day consists of reading, journaling, meditating, and on some degree, some type of light exercise. And the reason why I said light exercise is because of the shoulder injury. I had to make some adaptation. So, reading, writing, meditating, and exercise. Why do I want to create this type of routine in my day? Because what happens is it becomes automatic. It becomes automatic. Like I can do it without thought. It doesn't take a lot of energy. When I first started doing this, I see we got Albert Aponte out there. Let's see. Let me see what Albert said. Albert said, "Good morning, Coach B. Good morning, Albert. Good to see you out here." So, what normally happens is now that I've been doing it for some time, it's just automatic. Read, write, meditate, work out. Read, write, meditate, work out is a part of my power hour, right? And let me be fair, let me be transparent. It's more than an hour. But for the sake of this conversation here, what is your power hour? In other words, what do you do for the first hour that helps give you what? Energy. Gives you energy. See, our routines are no respecter of person. What does that mean? It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter who you are. Whatever you do when you first get up, that's what you do when you first get up. Now, some people, when they first get up, they might drink a glass of water. They might stretch. They might go for a walk. They might do anything. Some people get up and they go for a run. What do you do for the first hour of your day? Because it's so important for us to be able, right? So G.I. Jane says, if you wake up and think positive, your day usually remains that way. G.I. Jane, you are hitting it on the nose. You are hitting it on the nose. She said, listen, get up with positive thoughts. Some people, they get up, they meditate, they pray, they do affirmations. But let me say this, what they know in the research, what they know in the science, is what we do in the first few minutes has a greater impact on who we are during the course of our day. During the course of our day. Why is that? Because our brain and our body is rested. So now, what we do when we first get up in the morning is like a clean slate. We're like a sponge in the morning. So if I get up and I have negative thoughts and I have negative feelings and I have negative behaviors, oh, I'm not getting up today. Oh, I don't feel like doing this. I don't want to do that. If we have a lot of negativity going on, it creates negative energy in our body and it affects us on a cellular level. So if we get up in the morning, that first hour, clean slate, our brain is like a sponge. We're ready to soak in information. We're ready to soak in energy. What happens is we change our body on a cellular level. We're doing what? We're putting in positive energy. What does that do? That gives us more energy to face the day. G.I. Jane said, Albert says, listen, his first thing that he does in the morning is he drinks coffee. Some people have a routine around that. Some people say, listen, don't even speak to me until I have my coffee. I don't want to get into, maybe I'll touch it a little bit, upon that. Some people say, no, coffee is a stimulant. Some people say coffee is a stimulant. Others in the addiction field will say that coffee is what? The caffeine is addictive. So sometimes when people don't have their coffee the first thing in the morning, they're irritable, they have a headache, they're going through withdrawal, they're going through a whole lot of stuff. I want to take this and talk about what can we do on the positive end of it so that we can increase our energy so that we can have energy to deal with our day. Again, your routine is no respect of person. Whatever your routine is, that's your routine. That's how it's going to affect you. That's how that's going to impact you, right? So, your routine, your routine dictates your results for the day. G.I. Jane hit on that a little bit. If I start off my day positive, if I start my day off positive and I have positive energy, the likelihood is I'm going to have a positive day. Does that mean that things don't happen throughout the day? No, it doesn't mean that. But when I have positive energy and I have good energy, what happens is the way that I manage and deal with things when they come up changes. But if I'm already in a funk, and I'm already tired and I'm low energy and I'm irritable and I really don't want to face the day, how I deal with things is going to look totally different. It's going to look totally different. Let me see what else did Aponte say. Aponte say, watch the news, right? Some people say, listen, I want to be informed. I want to know what's going on in the world. I want to be informed. Some people are opposite. Some people's like the news is the last thing I want to watch when I get up because of what's being reported. Sometimes what's being reported weighs a lot on our spirit. And if it's weighing us down, then we don't have the energy. Do we need to be informed? Yes, let's be informed. Let's find out what's going on in the news, be informed, but we don't need to watch it all day. We don't need to, what do they call the word? Binge watch the news. We do not need to binge watch the news. It has an impact on our what? On our psychology. I need to be informed. So what do? Watch the news one time a day, pick a time, watch it, be informed, and know what? Next day, maybe I'll watch it again. Maybe I'll watch it once a week. Maybe I'll watch it 3 times a week. But everybody needs to know when to say when. What is your level? So the power hour. What is your waking routine? How does it impact your thoughts, emotions, and or behaviors? When we have a routine, whether it's positive or negative, it becomes automatic. So, what do I mean? If I get up and I'm accustomed to snoozing every 5 minutes, that becomes a routine. I'm snoozing, 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 snoozing. That becomes a routine. If I get up, I drink water, I yawn, and I stretch, that becomes a routine. Again, your routine is no respect of person, but it is individualized. And what does that mean? That it dictates your results. How you spend your time when you first get up. Again, that could be in the morning, in the afternoon, or night, depending on what your work schedule is. It dictates your results for your day. If you're like me, if you're like me, results matter. Results matter. It's not the end all be all, but it matters to me. Why does it matter? Why does it matter to me? Because I want to have energy so that I can serve other people. I don't want to start off, and I talked about this last week. I don't want to start off with my cup being half empty, and then I think I can go out and serve from a half empty cup. I don't want to serve from a half empty cup. So, what do? I make sure that I have a power hour, that I have a routine that has positive results. Positive results. So you might say, Coach B, all of that sounds good. All of that sounds good. But how do you even start a power hour? Let me see what Aponte said. Aponte said, uh, then I listen to music, salsa. All right, maybe he's getting some dance in there, listen to the news, and then he, gets some salsa in there and starts to dance and changes his energy. So some people might say, Coach P, well, how do you create a power hour? Excellent question. One, block out time. You know your schedule, you know your routine. You know whether or not you're a morning person or a night person. Block out time. The suggestion, a very strong suggestion, is not to block out time when you're at work for your power hour. Why is that? Because you can't dictate when you will get that hour depending on what type of work you do. Because for some people, their lunchtime is not the same time every day. And that might serve to be an obstacle or a barrier later on. So you want to pick a time that is your time. Either it's after work or before work. Pick a time. And you might want to start off small. You might want to start off with 15 minutes. What can I do for 15 minutes? Oh, I can stretch for 15 minutes. I could read 3 pages in 15 minutes of a book. You don't have to read a chapter. You might say, you know what? I'm committed to reading 2 pages of a book every day. That's your 15 minutes. Does it take a person 15 minutes to read 2 pages? No. But what we're doing is putting our brain and our body and our emotions on notice that we're starting to do something different. That we're starting to do something different. So it might mean 15 minutes. And what you'll notice as you begin to do it, your mind and your body and your emotions start to look forward eventually. Over time, it looks forward to doing it. Matter of fact, when you stop doing it or you miss a day, you be like, wait a minute, I didn't do something today. It misses it. So we can create a routine 5 minutes a day. And you might say, who's going to create a routine for 5 minutes a day? Again, we want to put our mind and our body and our emotions on notice that something is about to change. Incremental change. So this is how we start the power hour. So we block out some time. What is it that I want to focus on? I'm not trying to overwhelm myself. I'm not trying to do 50 things in 15 minutes. Let me pick 1 or 2 things that are reasonable that I can actually do within that 15 minutes. Oh, on my app, guess what? I have a stretch routine. And when I time it, it takes me 5 minutes to do the stretch. Okay, let me use the app. Let me stretch for 15 minutes. Oh my God. Stretching for 10, 15 minutes does wonders for your body. So I have an app. My stretch routine is about 5 minutes. Oh, I feel so good after I do that. What do I do after I stretch? Sit down, open a book. That's if that's what you want to do. I'm just using that as an example. So one, block out the time. What do you want to focus on? Do you want to read? Do you want to journal? Do you want to do some research? I don't know what it is that you want to do. But block out the time, focus your time, and then do what? As you become accustomed, because it's going to become automated. As you become accustomed to the routine, what's going to happen if it's something that you really enjoy? You're going to notice that you want more time dedicated to it. So the 15 minutes eventually can turn into an hour, or you might discover that, you know what, I want to do 5 minutes of stretch, I want to do 15 minutes of reading, and I want to do 10 minutes worth of journaling. So we got 5, we got 15, and then we got 10. That's 30 minutes already. So your power hour could be 4 15-minute things. It could be 2 half-hour things. Work out for a half an hour, meditate for a half an hour. I don't know what it is. However, create the power hour. Why? We want the benefits from it. It increases productivity. It increases our energy level, and it increases meaningful outcomes. It increases meaningful outcomes. It increases energy, and it increases what? Productivity in our life. And that's what we're after. We want to increase productivity, we want to increase energy and meaningful outcomes. If I exercise, let me give you another example. Let me give you another example. Let me give you another example. If I read 3 pages a day, that's 21 pages. That's 21 pages at the end of the week. The average book is about maybe 300 pages. So I'm using my phone because I want to calculate something for you. So let's say I read 3 pages a day. 3 times 7 equals 21 pages, right? 21 times 10 is 210 pages. And then if I add plus, right? So we got 21 pages times 10 is 20, 10 weeks. 10 weeks. That's 2.2, right? 2.2 months, meaning 10 weeks, 4 weeks in a month. So it's 2.5 months. I would have read a book. Would have read a book. I can add another 40 days. Like I said, the average book is about what, 250, 300 pages. That would mean that if I did 3 pages a day, every day, 7 days, 3 pages is not a lot of reading, 3 pages a day, that in 3 months, I would have read a book. And if I want to break it down for the year, that would mean that I've read 4 books in a year. That's an outcome. That's a result. If I exercise 30 minutes a day, take one day off because your body needs rest. You don't want to overdo it. You don't want to overdo it. Let's say I exercise 30 minutes a day. My lungs, my heart, providing I don't have any strenuous medical conditions. And if you do, make sure you get doctor's clearance before you do it. Like I know I have an injury to my shoulder, so I won't be doing no shoulder things. But I can do other things. I can ride my bike. All right. But what will happen? My heart, my lungs, my blood flow, the oxygen to my brain, all of that's going to improve because I'm doing what? I'm exercising for 30 minutes a day. Let's say I'm not exercising. Let's say I'm not reading. Let's just say I'm going for a walk. Just the activity of going for a walk for 30 minutes a day. What's going to happen? Again, providing that I don't have serious medical conditions, I'm going to have more fluid in my joints. My bones are not going to hurt. My muscles are not going to be atrophied because what? I'm using them. That's a result. That's a result. We need to pay attention to, and I did say the word need, we need to pay attention to how we're using, how we're using, how we're using our time. Are we using our time when we first get up in the morning in the most productive manner as possible? As possible. Some people might say, well, that sounds hard. It sounds difficult. It's really not. It's really not. What's difficult is changing our self talk. What's difficult is changing the way that we see something. It's not hard to get up, again, depending on your schedule. It's not hard to get up and do something different. You ever heard that saying, is mind over matter? It's mind over matter. So once we change our mind, we can take care of the matter that's at hand. I really enjoyed being out with you today. I really enjoyed being out here with you today. Thank you, G.I. Jane, Aponte. I call him Aponte. His name is Albert Aponte. I really enjoy your input and your interaction with me today. Thank you so much. It was greatly appreciated. This has been your Monday Morning Magic, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Coach B signing out.